Shalom, shalom. Shalom Barakah. Kol Halalima Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the prophets of that body, and shalom to the 144,000 and 1/3. Okay. 144,000, 12,000 Israelite men out of each royal tribe. And the 1/3, the greater number, which is going to be believers, other men, women, and children. You know, just thinking about, let's see what AI says, why the 144 are so important. So obviously you've got to pick the meat from the bones, because a lot of these, even though AI is so-called intelligent, there is a demonic element to it as well, right? And excuse me. Now it says here, in the Bible, particularly in the book of Revelation, the number 144,000 is significant because it represents a specific group of people considered to be God's chosen servants who will be sealed and protected during a time of great tribulation, often interpreted as a symbolic number representing the totality of God's redeemed people rather than a literal count. Now, the 144,000 are going to be the ruling body under the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. It's going to be the Most High, Yahweh Shai, King David, the apostles, then the 144. I hope I said it correctly in terms of the position King David and the apostles are going to be, because King David is going to be the king over Israel. Then after the 144,000, then obviously the 1/3. So there's a hierarchy. So the Most High, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, right? King David, the apostles, and the 144,000. Or was it the apostles and King David, the 144,000? Okay, then the 1/3. So I hope I said it correctly. But since I have this sort of question in my mind to make sure the order is correct between, does apostles come first or King David comes first? That question will be answered in spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, more than likely today through the Spirit. If I've said anything wrong, please forgive me. But what I'm trying to say is that definitely it's the Most High, Yahweh Shai, right? And then King David, the apostles, right? And then the 144,000 and the 1/3, because the Lord said, King David is gonna be king over all of Israel. Okay. So it's not just 144,000 men. That 1/3 is a greater number. I'm gonna go into a couple of scriptures, and I'm gonna keep this short. As time is short as well, because we're gonna get to the plantation. It's 5:10 in the morning on a Thursday, which is the 6th of March. We got the Passover next week as well, which is between the 13th of March evening to Friday, the 14th evening, 2025. Okay, the Passover. To get edified, watch the Men of Great Millstone. They'll put videos up regarding the Passover and how it's supposed to be kept. Well, how we can keep it on this side anyway. Okay. Now, Esau shows you in his movies, which is a revelation of the method, who the 144,000 are. The 144,000 are going to have significant powers. Okay, they show you in their movies like X-Men, Superman having a Hebrew name Kal-El, which means all powerful, you know, and the X-Men and um, even characters like Venom, even though Venom is showed more demonic, Venom's door number is 144 if you watch the movie, or 441, right? And if you watch the movie of even Venom, they show him, he loses his woman, he loses his job, you know, he loses his woman, he loses his job, um, he loses everything that made him who he was, right? And then through that, through the trials and tribulations, he was chosen. Obviously they're showing the movie in a left hand, a demonic element, but he was chosen to receive certain powers, a certain entity to enter into him. Okay, But if you look at most of these movies, even X-Men, they're usually people that are downtrodden, that have gone through hardships, trial and tribulation. Even movies like Chronicle, you know, the kid in there, they show him, from his mother is ill, his mother is, his father's out of a job, he's got financial issues, he's not liked in school, he's a loner, and the 144,000 for the most part have got their own cross to bear, but most of them do walk alone because the Lord has put a special spirit on them to be comfortable in their own environment, living alone or being alone, or even if they have a big, a whole lot of people around them, they're always alone and they feel alone. You know, they live that soldier's life, solitary. Soldier meaning solitary, and the 144,000 because this is not their world. As Yahweh Shemashai says, they are in the world but not of the world, right? The Lord has chosen them, pursuant to John 15:16, you know, and and even the ones that He has chosen within them, they are the first fruits. Okay, they were with the Lord building up this planet. Okay, when the Most High gave the go ahead, when the Most High Yahweh gave the go ahead, and the 144,000 is those special Israelites, men that have that God gene. Hence the reason why Esau, the so-called white man, is trying to destroy them through AI, through certain foods that really hit certain ethnicities in a real hard way by putting certain demonic elements and certain drugs and things like that, and certain types of foods and beverages and drinks and beers and alcoholic items and certain fast food joints in certain areas. For example, you won't catch a Church's Chicken or what's the other one? All these type of chicken joints and burger places in well-to-do Edomite, so-called white man areas or Elamite areas. Okay, but you'll find them in Israelite foreigner areas. There's plenty of those in my neighborhood growing up 30 years ago. All right, because Esau is a meticulous record keeper. He knows who's who, but he goes because amongst Israelite foreigners, you've got heathens amongst them. He goes hard on those areas as well because he wants to capture everyone. Wants to get them, but he goes harder on the so-called black man because the so-called black man, especially the Judite man in America, all right, which is the head tribe, the tribe of Judah, which is the same tribe our Lord, His Majesty, Hamashiach Yahushua comes from. He goes harder on them, all right? Hence the reason the crack epidemic, the drug epidemic, slavery, separating families, trying to make the Judite man into a faggot, you know what I mean? Feminizing him. Every time they're trying to promote all types of abomination, they use the so-called black man to push pork, all types of, vile ways. Every time they show a homo in a movie, it's always like a Jake, a so-called black man, and a big burly Jake too. Someone like what's that Jake man from Friday, the one with the bald head, the Terry Crews, for example. It's a perfect example of a big Jake, looks strong, but they make him into a Momo, or they soften him up. And you see in the movie Friday, he's ruled by his mother. Obviously he's supposed to be respectful towards your mother, right? But obviously he's got an emotional element. That's why they show him coming out of prison in the movie, even though they put a comedy twist on it. Even movies like The Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, people laugh at that movie, people react to that movie, but it's a sad situation with two brothers trying to go out to make a little dough by selling some hooch, and what happens? Esau, a piece of shit, so-called white man, Edomites, string them up for murder. and their whole life is gone. You know, none of them have children. None of them have even get the chance to even deal with women over during their younger years when they were young bucks or whatever. You know, that's the hellish condition. But people laugh at that. Eddie Murphy makes comedy movies, um, makes a serious situation into a comedy movie. Obviously, if you look at the movie in a deeper aspect, right, it's a sad situation. The movie called Life. You know, that's why the critics didn't really rave about it, because Esau knows that they're pieces of shit. Ultimately, okay, what I'm trying to say, I'm saying all this to say this, but I'm only saying a little bit. Obviously, this is just a tip of the iceberg. Excuse me. Tip of the iceberg. Okay, they're trying to eliminate the God gene, so they're trying to attack the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Indians, right? Okay, and Israelite foreigners, wherever you are, right? Hence the reason why your neighborhoods are the way they are. Hence the reason why you can't get a job. Hence the reason why they put you in predicaments where your back is against the wall and you go towards a criminal element. All right. Hence the reason why you're tarnished with a paintbrush, which is always negative. You know. And look at the things that you can do right now in your normal dark. When I'm saying dark, I'm talking about this chains of darkness in this flesh, in this weak flesh. The things that you can do in terms of sports, music, innovation. Why our people are the most best looking too. Well, every woman desires the so-called black man. Especially the so-called black man, and every woman wants that slick back Rico Suave. That suntan Superman type man as well. They always show in the movies. They show a Latino Jake as a Cabana boy, or some working for some rich Edomite woman. They show a sharp looking young Jake, and that he's dealing with her, and that which is off dealing with a married woman, but that's what these women, these Edomite women, have always done, even during chattel slavery days. They had Jake men as male concubines for themselves. Look at the things that we do. Music-wise, the inventions we created, damn near everything. All the cars, all fashions, all music, all foods, all sauces, all liquors, brandy, vodka, tequila, you name it. All right. You name it. Esau just puts his face on it. The only thing the so-called white man invented was the patent office, all right? Because we are the former of all things. Jacob is the former of all things. And how much more, when the elect get that power, because within the elect, all of the Israelites are the elect, and they're all going to be saved. But a lot of our people are going to die on this side, right? With the tribulation that's going to come pursuant to Jeremiah 30, verse 7, which is Jacob's trouble, World War III. And then when they try and implement the Charagma, which is a Revelation 13:16, which is the mark of the BEAST. All right. And this is why they try to get a lot of you, and they're promoting the C19 zine. Okay, the C19 zine. People are lining up to take that zine. Why were they trying to get that zine? Because they're trying to destroy your pineal gland. They're trying to get the elect, trying to destroy their pineal gland so they don't have that connection, that spiritual antenna connecting them to Yahweh Bahashim Yahshai. All right. Now, if you watch movie X-Men, I believe it's part 2 or part 3, one of them, where they have a whole bunch of people. They're trying to eliminate the power of the X-Men. How do they try and do it? They're trying to give them a vaccine, which will take their powers away, make them so-called normal. Okay, and you remember the scene with the guy with the wings, with the angelic wings, right? Obviously, they show him as an Edomite in the movie with yellow hair, right? He was about to take the vaccine. He breaks out of that that straight jacket type situation where they got him lying down, and then he breaks through the window, which is like on the 10th or 15th floor of a building, and he flies out. Okay, they show you in their movies. Okay, that's why they're trying to get to you, because they know Esau, pursuant to Revelation 12 verse 12, knows that they have a short time. They know they have to get the 144. They have to especially get the male men, because they're the ruling body. That's why, if you notice in all these X-Men type movies, when do they show a so-called black man with spiritual power? They show Storm, but Halle Berry's a flipping concubine. You saw her in that bitch in the movie Monsters Ball, right? When did they ever show a so-called black man in X-Men? From my recollection, there is no so-called black man with spiritual power. And if they do show him, right, In any kind of movie with spiritual power, right? He either somehow dies or ends up in a paraplegic. What's that movie? Is it Neptune? That new one, that series, um, something Legacy. You know, um, forget about it. I'm gonna deviate otherwise. All right. Okay. That's why they don't show the so-called black man like that. All right. And even in was the movie Captain America. They show Captain America, a so-called black man, right, with some kind of power, but they show him with gadgets and stuff like a Batman. You know, they don't really show the real Kal-El is a so-called black man. Okay, the real all-powerful. I mean, ultimately, the real all-powerful is Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Then the 144. You know, and the Most High Yahweh controls everything. All right, Yahweh Shemashai, Brakti Yahweh Shemashai. This is the reason why they don't really care about the woman. You know, you already got so-called black women and even other Israelite women saying that, oh yeah, get rid of the male children of a so-called black man. Okay, these bitches got demons in them, man, because they know the man carries a seed. You eliminate the so-called black man, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, where the Israelites are gone. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. All right, okay, because the Lord has put a spirit. I believe it's Matthew 10:16 for the elect to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. All right, and the elect are not going to be tricked. Okay, the elect are not going to falter. All right, a just man falleth 7 times, but the elect are not going to fall. Why? Because they have that covering, that spiritual force field around them to protect them, to get them out of situations. Okay, many are, I'm paraphrasing scripture, many are the tribulations of the righteous, right? But the Lord delivereth them out of all of them. And who's the righteous? The Israelites. And within the righteous is the elect. Yeah? This is the reason why they're trying to get rid of you. This is the reason why they hate you, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. It's not because of your skin tone. The skin tone is just a disguise. They just say, oh yeah, because you're black. Black skin, dark skin means criminal. No. Who put you in the predicament that you're in? They forget about all the Black Wall Streets, all the Rosewoods, all the thousands of so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian cities around America. The success you had. They destroy you and take everything away from you. Then they say, oh, look at them now. It's like someone trying to run a race, but they keep tripping up. And then they say, oh, yeah, that so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man is tripping up. You know, they don't leave you alone, and they're not going to leave you alone. The reason why they're not going to leave you alone is because you are the Israelites. If they keep an Israelite alive, they what the so-called white man is trying to do with his AI technology and the mark of the BEST is eliminate you Israelites. They eliminate you, they have a chance to rule and have their new world order and get their blessing back, which they assume Jacob stole from Esau. But through the Spirit, it's always Jacob's. You think the Lord, the kingdom of heaven is going to be a bunch of crackers ruling? When the Lord said that the kingdom of heaven is going to, be on earth, and like in the in the book of I believe it's Matthew. Is it Matthew 6:9? The kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. So the kingdom of heaven is righteousness. The so-called white man is not righteous. So how can they be a part of the kingdom of heaven? You know, it was never theirs to begin with. Is it Matthew 10:6? The Lord's Prayer, King James Version. Or Matthew 6:9. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Wise as serpents, harmless as doves, King James Version. That was Matthew 10:16. Okay, that was correct when I quoted it. Just want to make sure that's all. Okay. All right. This is the reason why they're trying to come for you. All right. Because pursuant to 2 Ezra 6, verse 9, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We have rulership next. You heard all the camps say, we got next, we got next. There's a reason why. We do have next. It's our rulership coming next. And you Jakes don't understand. You think that, oh yeah, they just enslaved you because they went to Africa. And man, you're stupid people. They went looking for the Israelites. All right? The Most High used the so-called white man and the heathen nations pursuant to Psalms 83, right? To cut us off from being a nation to come so they can cut our remembrance out, take our power away, take the Lord's name away. Why? We went through the punishment. Why? How does a father uh, punish his child, man? By whooping their ass, right? And the Lord used Esau, the so-called white man, and the heathen nations to whoop our ass, man. And rightfully so, man. Rightfully so. Okay? But the thing is, the Lord is not a man that he should lie. We are going to rule. The 144,000 are going to be safe, and so is the 1/3. Hence the reason why people are seeing spiritual things, be it numbers, be it visions, be it dreams, visions of the Lord returning, visions of spiritual power, you know? And we can see the kingdom and we can almost taste it spiritually. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make this quick because time is short. So I hate doing this. But, this was just on my mind. All right, I'm not going to read all of this, every part. All right. Is it? Let's see, let me go right to the start. Revelation. Okay. I've got the verse one. Revelation 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Okay. And I heard, I'm going to go to verse 4 now. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. Okay. And the elect are sealed from the foundations of the earth. They're the first fruits. Okay. They were with the Lord building the planet, man, the trees, the earth, the grass, the sea. All right. And that's deep. That's deep, 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 man. That's why a lot of the elect have, because Jacob is a plain man. Jake likes to chill in the back garden, man. If you've got a garden, if you're blessed to have one, on a summer's day, whatever fresh, what we assume is fresh air. We like to sit there, hear the birds tweet. We like to sip on a beer. Like to sip on some wine. Throw up prayers in our mind to Yahweh Shem Shai and to see the little birds come down. And we appreciate these things, man. We don't like to destroy. We like to build. We can't stand the state of the world, but that's because we were there with the Lord building it, man. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Not you honkies, not you Edomites, not you Elamites, you dot heads, not you Ishmaelites, not you gooks. Okay, none of you, not you Polynesians, Samoans, and that. Yes, there's Israelites among you. Yes, there's elect members among you. All right, whether it's 1/3 or 144, how the Lord's going to do it, the Lord's going to do it. All right, but you have to be of the seed of an Israelite man, regardless of who your mother is. All right, example, King David's grandmother was a so-called Moabite, a Chinese woman, but you are whatever your father is, pursuant to Numbers 1:18. The nutsack you come out of determines your ethnicity, right? Not your mother, all right? Because in the kingdom, we're going to have many children with concubines. A lot of them are going to be white women, Edomite women. And you Jakes, I don't like Edomite women, cool, more for us, man. I like them. All right. Crazy, man. If Pamela Anderson lookalike came on to you, and she's single, are you telling me you're going to say no? You must be weird, man. You can have all the. Hey, man, I'm going to leave that one alone. All right, anyway. Verse 5, of the tribe of Judah, head tribe, where the Lord Yahushua, pursued to Hebrews 7:14 stems from, or the Lord is a Judite, or, from the tribe of Yehowadah, which means Most High Praise. Of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asar were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtalium was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph, Ephraim was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin was sealed 12,000. Okay, after this beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, and of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our power, Yahweh, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. The Lamb is his majesty, Yahweh Shai, all right? And that great multitude of all nations, remember, we were scattered to the four corners of the earth. It's to Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. So we were scattered in all nations. Like, I'm an Israelite, all right? My forefathers, as far as I know, going back 60 to 70 years, were in India, northern India, right? But we don't look like Elam at all, in any shape or form. All right, I'm not being big-headed or whatever, but we don't look like them motherfuckers. You know, number one, it's a spiritual thing too. Some of our people do look like dot-heads. All right, but like I said, pursuant to Isaiah 11 and 11, we're going to be gathered the second time. All right, and the land of Elam and other nations is mentioned because Israel is scattered everywhere. All right, when I talked about the heathen, I talked about the real heathen, the real honky, the real cracker. All right, okay, the real heathen, the real dot-head, the real breakfast bowl head wearing Ishmaelite praying to Allah. Them MFers. All right. This is spiritual, man. A lot of you are into that blackity black shit, so I don't know. Some of you ain't gonna get it. Verse 12, saying, Amen, blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be unto our power forever and ever. Amen. All right. Now that's the 144,000. That's gonna be the ruling body under the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai, King David. You know, the apostles and then 144. You know. And this is the ruling body and the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai. I'll say that. Right. Okay, then you've got the greater multitude. Let's go to Zechariah 13 and 8. But a lot of our people are going to die. And the latter part people that are going to die are going to come back through the loins of the 144,000 men, right? Okay, because they're going to have thousands of wives, thousands of concubines to bring forth children. And we're going to populate the earth and the universe quick time. Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass, and in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right? 2 parts is 66.6% that are going to die. All right? But they're going to come back through the loins of the elect men. You understand? It's something called reincarnation, regeneration. All right, our bodies is not just flesh and blood. We have something called a soul and a spirit. We come back every 3rd to 4th generation in our family line. But obviously, when the kingdom is set up, we're going to come back quicker. Whoever gets deleted, you know, well, it depends on the Lord how quickly you come back. But you will come back, and you'll be in the kingdom, and you'll be in your right mind. All right, you have the laws, statutes, and commandments in you, man. All right, and this is the greater multitude, man. The third part is 33%. All right, this is the rest of the believers. So that 1/3 consists of 144,000 men, which is a ruling body, and the rest of that 1/3, right? This is still the 1/3. So the 144,000 are part of the 1/3, right? The 33%. And the 144,000 men, Israelite men, are part of the ruling body, and the latter is basically children and women and believers, right? So the Lord could have it where you're an elect man and you already got a wife and children, and they could be part of that 1/3 body, all right? If it's the Lord's will. But the rest of that 1/3 is, other children, men, women, and children that are believers, all right? The 2 parts are going to die. A lot of our people are going to die. We're the largest race on the planet Earth, pursuant to Hosea 1 and 10. We are like the sands of the sea. We are massive, bro. You know, like Jake likes to get in with the ladies. You know, Jake got at least 2 children. Otherwise, for the most part, Jake got 3, maybe 5 children, 6 children, 7 children. Latino tribes, Northern Kingdom, man, Native Indians got like 7, 8 children. I mean, I was watching a Russell Peters comedy skit the other day, and he was talking to a Gadite in the audience. He goes, "How many children you got?" He goes, "I got 9. 9 children." There's a fat Gadite with his Gadite wife, and they've got 9 children just between them. You know? A comedy show, Russell Peters. He ain't that funny, but he's alright, you know. I prefer Rene Vaca. Rene Vaca's funnier. But anyway, I'm just giving an example there. Our people have lots of children. How many Edomite men, how many crackers and heathens do you know that have 8, 9 children? You know, and that was just a regular couple, man. you know. All right. So, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will find them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. Okay. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh, okay, is my power. All right. This is the reason why they're trying to get you 144,000. All right. This is the reason why they hate you, blacks, Hispanics, and natives so much. For crying out loud, they're trying to get rid of the native Indians out of America when you were here before the damn devil. Look at the track record of these crackers, man. Are you telling me the so-called white man is righteous? Why does everybody forget what the so-called white man has done from the get-go? You know? They come out with this bullshit, usual suspects, usual suspect. The usual suspect is a so-called fucking white man. They're the biggest criminal, murderer, enslaver, graper, pedo, faggot, momo, cross-dresser on the planet, man. Their nature is to be foul and evil, and they're going to be, man. And this is the reason why they're trying to hold on to their power, which they won't, man, because America is going to be destroyed. The so-called white man's going into slavery. So are the heathen nations. We're going to have them under lock and key, boy. You understand? And after 1,000 years of slavery, of the so-called white man, we're going to delete all of them, pursuant to Obadiah 1 verse 18, King. Okay, Obadiah 1:18. The rest of you heathens are going to stay and live and exist, but you're going to pay tribute, and you're going to be under our feet. All right, so says Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Anyway, it's 5:38. Okay, all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yashai, Bashim Kodash. Shalom, Abad Babal, and Lord willing, on to the next one.